For example, we have found a few problems here. Yesterday we found a problem that purchase order quantity. For example, if I take quotation number 1, purchase order, see the quotation quantity is 10 and purchase order quantity is XYZ, right? Your GRN quantity cannot be beyond that point. Yesterday we found GRN means goods receipts notes. If purchase order, I select this purchase order ID, purchase order ID is 1 and then where is that 1 4, okay. If you say purchase order ID is 1 and then purchase order was having only 10 whereas we received quantity 100, this was an issue. But you cannot just like that take a mail and then send to the development team. So there is something called bug tracking. We will also provide you a tool called Bugzilla. Okay, like Godzilla, I've got something called Bugzilla. Okay, Bugzilla, this is an open source software, freeware. You can download Bugzilla, install, and then use it. That you will take it up in the coming week. There are very similar tools like this. Okay, try it out. It says try it out. Okay. Now welcome to Bugzilla. It is asking me something like this, and it simply says create an eBugzilla account. Okay, but this is not an online for Bugzilla. This is not an online hosted Bugzilla. You can download and then start using it. Now, this is a very simple tool, very famous tool. There are a lot of tools like this. So always any problem you find, it will be tracked through a system, not just through emails alone. One such online free tool is available, which is called Bugazura. Okay, Bugasura, right? Our Indian mythology, Bugasura is there. It is called Bugazura, Bugasura. Okay, you can sign up for free. I just now signed up for free. It will ask some initial questions. You can leave everything to default and then give some basic details. Once you do that, it will always say project. In any company, there will be multiple projects going on. In multiple projects, when you start working, this bug belongs to which project? There will be a problem. So they will create multiple projects, assign people to that project. Then what you can do is, once the project is created, it will show like this. Now you can say, whatever projects you belong to, it will show a project like this. You can click and then get inside the project. Now it simply says issue. By default, they have given 4 issues. Those are dummy issues. You can add an issue everywhere, any tool. Some tool may say add issue, new bug, new problem. Terminology may change from issue to problem to bug, but this is the name of the product, Bugasura. There is a free version as well as there is a paid version. Okay. What you can do is you create a project, then say add issue. Whenever you find an issue, go to that project and add an issue. Very simple tool. Rather than sending an email, you can say what is the one line, just a brief description, short description of the bug. GRN quantity is greater than purchase order quantity. The description, people used to name it also like this is a bug. Yes, this is a bug. Sometimes what will happen is it may not be a problem. You may want to give a suggestion. Okay, or you may having a doubt. You can say question. You can say if this feature is available, it will be better. So you will say this is a new feature. So right now it is a bug. So you are categorizing it as bug. Okay. Now this is called steps to reproduce. They call it as steps to reproduce because you are telling the problem. Developer will be sitting in Madurai or Salem or Bangalore. How will that person understand the problem you faced? You have to give step by step instruction. Okay. Create a PO for item X with quantity 10. Okay. Login as source manager. Create a GRN for the PO created with quantity equal to 15. System is not supposed to allow to create the GRN, but it allows. So you have to tell like a story. This is how you need to do. Okay. Sometimes people may not be able to understand exactly what you are saying. I want to say, this is my screenshot. In the test system, this is my screenshot. I say Bugshot 1. Okay. Now I go to the Bugasura, do an attachment, pictures, Bugshot 1, attach it. So let's attach one attachment. And you want to also show, because this is the GRN ID 2 or say on purchase order, I want to go to purchase order, give that screenshot also. So you'll give this screenshot also. Save. Bugshot 2. Now I go here, add another attachment. So I think he's not allowing me more than 2 attachments here, 1 attachment. Now let me just simply say Bugshot 1 and 2. Let me attach both. Still it is not attaching both. Okay. You can attach multiple attachments here. Okay. You have to give, because the moment you attach the screenshot, oh, I think it is attached. Okay. Yeah, it is. It has attached. Probably I have to, the scroll bar was not so visible. So 2 screens we have done. Now remember, I told you certain things you need to provide. Custom field. What is the custom field that you want to add? Okay. So single line text, say browser. This field mandatory. Create. Now I want to know which browser you have used. Chrome browser you have used. Oh, okay, sorry. By mistake it has gone to, it has cleared that information. Let me add one more thing. Okay. Summary. Let me do one more again. GR and quantity is more than PO quantity, right? Reproduce. Create PO with for item X for quantity 10. Login as stores MGR. Create GRN for the same PO with quantity equal to 15. Some does not stop me. Again, you can write it anyway. The English can be in any way. Okay. Now I attach both the screenshots. Now if you go scroll down, look at this device or system details. It is asking which, now I say browser is Chrome. Under the device, I say it is Windows 10 or whatever, right? How did he get it? By default, he says Windows, because in this machine I am accessing, for the machine, for this laptop where I am working on, he collected this information automatically. Some bug tracking tools will do that. Otherwise, you may have to explicitly create it. What I simply said is, and there is something called the status new. Okay. You can also assign. Sometimes by default, it will go to your project manager or team lead will also reassign to somebody else. Now I say Nagarajan, assign it to this person. Okay. Then add an issue. The moment you do that, this is the same like in email, you go and then add something, but that is not correct. You will add an issue like this. The moment you click on it, now you see description, this appears here, this appears here, the screenshot appears there, device details appear here, right? So all these information will work once you enter, and then it will be saved. You can ask, oh, this is same like an email. I put the attachment, the email, but the problem is email is in your box. I want to have a report on how many bugs are there in my system currently. Through your email, you cannot do that. The reason why we use a bug tracking system, it should be entered in a software system, web-based system, then only I can track it. So you enter a bug. Is this clear up to this point? Is it clear? Entering a bug into the system. If it is clear, please raise your hand or give a reaction. Good. Any doubts in this? If no, give a reaction. Good. I like that reaction. See, at least if someone responds, at least I know. This is good. Now, the next thing is, I assigned it to Nagarajan, right? For a moment, I stop sharing this. I may have to go to my email ID because it has sent the invitation to my email ID. Okay. For a moment, I'm stopping my screen share. Okay. And let me also log into my other ID. Just give me a second. Let me share my screen once again. Now, if you see here, soon after me sending the details, has sent me to my ID. This is a welcome mail. Okay. And an email will come to you. Okay. And then in your email, when you click from you click the email, the moment you click, it will take you to the project directly. Okay. Now I am inside the system. Now I go here, I click on this one. It says this is a bug assigned to you. Okay. Now I would say, okay, if this is the way that I have to get the details through emails, the reason why email is used only for notification. Okay. Email is not used for tracking. Please remember that email is used only to tell you, hey, there is a problem which is assigned to you. Now I will go here. If I am a developer, I'll say there was a validation missing. Added that if condition in the Node.js program. I say I am giving a comment. As a developer, I'll give a comment. After that, again, I logged in as a same user, but the thing is, after doing this, you can also change it to this. Instead of this new status, now I can say it is fixed. Okay, I say it is fixed. The beauty here is, if you look at here, there is an issue added, issue assigned to Nagarajan P. Again, I just had an information from the developer that it is validation missing. They deployed it. I changed the status to fixed. Once it is fixed, what will happen is, okay, you can also add attachments. Okay, there is these two attachments are added by the original bug creator. You can also add additional attachments, not a problem. Moment you click on this is like a history. This is called the history. In one screen, you will know exactly what is happening in the system. I will come to the severity and other things a little bit later. But right now, the important thing is, let me go to the notepad. Tester creates a bug. Okay. Assigns to a developer. This may also be done by test lead, may also do it. Developer will fix, provide details in the bug tracker, change status to fixed. Once it is fixed, they will again put the system into the environment. Tester must retest. Now, how does the tester know the moment it is fixed? Okay, moment it is fixed, I go back. See, like this, you will get information. Okay. Now, in the Bugasura, if you say currently it is assigned to this person, it is fixed. After it is getting fixed, every day, okay, every day, pretty much like you have your mail ID is opened, correct? You have your mail ID open like this and multiple tabs. You should also have this Bugasura or Bugzilla or Vajira or whatever bug tracking system. It should be open. Okay. You should, once it is done, if you come back here, now you will say what is fixed, which are all the items fixed, right? To whom assigned. So the problem is NA also looks like not available, but NA is Nagarajan. Okay. Previous one is Nagoji. Now it is Nagarajan P, assigned to Nagarajan P. Now I need to know what exactly is assigned to me. Then we need to click on it and then see, oh, this is the bug. This is now fixed. What is the fix? This is given by somebody else. I need to go to the system, retest it. After I retest it, I should give a comment. It works now as expected. So I will give a comment. That is not sufficient alone. You have to give the comment as well as change the close to closed. Problem is closed. Okay. So 7 minutes ago the problem was raised. 3 minutes ago somebody fixed the problem. Now the problem is closed. So tester must retest, update comments and status to closed. Every time you change the status, an email will go to the assignee saying that what is happening, because it's a notification. Okay, pretty much in your WhatsApp, if somebody views your message, you have a tick, and then if somebody gives a reaction, it pops up in your screen. It's a notification that something is happening on that, somebody is acting on it. Okay, so there are lot of bug tracking tools available. Bugzilla is one tool. Mantis is another tool. QA monitor is a tool. This Bugasura is another tool. There are quality center is another tool. Jira is another tool. There are humpty number of tools, but everything does the same thing. Zoho Mail or Microsoft Mail or Gmail or Hotmail, everything is doing the same purpose, but there are multiple people providing the email facility. Same way, there are multiple products, but only thing is the process is exactly the same. Tester creates a bug, assigns to a developer, developer will fix. After fix, he will say fixed. Tester will retest, then he will close. But the problem sometimes what will happen is usually a bug is in new or open status. Okay, new or open status. From here it will move to fixed status. Then it will from here it will move to the closed status. But the problem is sometimes developer will say I have fixed. It may not be still working. So tester will say it is reopened. It is not working. It is reopened. Once it is reopened, again it will go to the developer. Developer has to fix it and then come back. For example, if a tap is leaking in your place, okay. If a tap is leaking, what will you do? You will file a request or say make a call. Somebody comes to your house and then fixes the tap. They say it is fixed. You go and then say it is not fixed. So you will call them again, come back and then fix it again. So developer sometimes may say, that is why if you look at the status, fixed, closed, you can also say not fixed. Some companies call it as reopened. Okay. Sometimes developer starts the fix. Developer starts the fix. If it takes more time, imagine it takes 3-4 days, then you say in progress. You say in progress. Why? Otherwise, you will start pressurizing the people. Okay. Hey, you said I assigned to you. What is happening? You say I'm working on it, man. So why are you pushing me hard? To know that it is being acted, you will say in progress. The developer will say in progress. From fixed, it can closed or reopened. But at some point of time, from any status to any status, they can also say cancelled. Reason, once you got the problem, okay, then you might have done something wrong. Tester might have tested it wrongly. That is also possible. Tester is not God. Tester may also do mistakes. When the tester does the mistake and accidentally he filed a bug, it's like a complaint. In police, you can also always go and then take back the complaint, right? You can wapas vangradu. You can take the complaint wapas. Same way, I created a bug, but now I felt no, I did it wrong. So it is a wrongly filed bug. I go and then say cancel. That is also possible. But typically, new or open status is initial. In progress or fixed status, this should be done by the development team. Closed or reopened, that should be done by the testing team. This is how normally done. Okay. This is called bug cycle. Bug cycle, okay, or bug life cycle. A bug will be found, will be analyzed and fixed by the development team. It will be retested and closed by the testing team. This is the normal course of the bug. There is something called defect or bug age. This is a very important factor. Number of days from open to closed status. Yes, one of the biggest complaints that the judges always tell is, in India, so many cases are pending in the court. More delay makes people do more mistakes. A problem is found, a case is filed, it should be solved immediately. It may not be one day, it may not be 1 hour, but it should be solved in a reasonable time, in an acceptable time. If a case takes 20 years to solve, no judgment is given, then it is giving more room for more mistakes. So if testing team finds it and development team does not fix it, that reflects on development team's inefficiency. Development team fixed it 3 days back. Testing team did not retest it back for last 3 days. What the guys are doing? It reflects bad efficiency of the testing team. So if you look at that bug age, new or open to fixed. How many days? Fixed to closed. How many days? If we calculate this, it will tell the development team's efficiency as well as testing team's efficiency. This is how companies normally go ahead and then track the bugs. Okay. Is this clear to you all? Is this process clear to you all? If so, please raise your hands or give a reaction. Is this clear? Good. Now, very closely associated with that, I am going to tell you something. In CRM, I have talked about CRM, customer relationship management. This has got 3 parts. One, marketing. Under the marketing only, we have seen concepts like campaigning, TV ads, paper ads, Twitter ads, Facebook ads, and then tracking the marketing. Second thing is sales. That means a customer comes to your shop or a customer picks up the phone and then calls you, hey, I am interested in your project, in your product. Under the sales, patient and negotiation will happen. Because you would say, sir, I need 100 t-shirts, for example, for your college, for the cultural festival. This is a event semester, cultural festivals will be going on. You'll be printing t-shirts. You'll call a company in Tirupur saying that, hey, I need 500 t-shirts or 1000 t-shirts. Then they have to give a quotation. You have to give specification. Within that 1000, 300 XL, 100 XXL, whatever. You'll say medium, small, you'll give, this is the logo. Then they have to give the quotation. Once they give the quotation, you will get quotation from multiple people, multiple companies. Then you will negotiate. Finally, you will agree on the price. Oh, sir, okay, per t-shirt, this is the price. Then you will pay advance. That is sales prop. There is something called support. This is after sales. For example, you buy a fridge, you buy a car, you buy a two-wheeler. That agency, after 6 months, it will call you, hey, you have bought a two-wheeler from me, service is due, can you come back? This is called after sales support, customer support. This is extremely important. Why is it important? Because otherwise the customer will go to some other dealer next time. You have to be in touch. Be in touch with customer. This is a very key factor to get repeat sales from the customer. Under this customer support, many things can have. One of the key things that can happen is problem reporting. What is this problem reporting? You bought a two-wheeler from a company, from an agency, and suddenly muffler is not properly working, or starting is not proper, or it is getting heated quite often, or it stops suddenly. So you will report a problem to them, and that company will also use a tool like this. Every company that has customer support, so this bug tracking system is not only for software. Yeah. Bug is a term that is assigned very specifically for problems in software, but bug tracking can be anything. People call this as help desk problem tracking. You make a call, sir, AC is not working. Then they will note down the address, what is the type of the AC models, split AC or window AC, what is a half ton, 1 ton, 1.5 tons, when did you purchase, what is your AMC ID, all those things they will learn. Then they will send a person. That person will fix your AC. Then he will update on his mobile app that it is fixed. Then you will get an SMS. This is also problem tracking. So bug is equal to defect is equal to problem is equal to issue. You call it as any name. It is supposed to work. It is not working that way. So I need a fix. A mechanic can fix, an electrician can fix, a plumber can fix, a software engineer can fix. Software engineer will fix software problems. Plumber will fix plumbing problems. Mechanical engineer will fix mechanical problems. Electrical engineer will fix electrical problems. Technicians. Everywhere this is how it is tracked. Right? How many of you know Fresh Desk as a company? Fresh Desk or Freshworks as a company. Do you know about that company? If so, please raise your hands or give a reaction. Oh, no, I think people say no. See, Freshworks, freshworks.com, all in one CRM. Okay. Previously, it was termed as Fresh Desk. Fresh Desk started only as a help desk problem solving tracker. Okay, that's it. Then they slowly introduced campaigning, sales, and other things. They started as a bug tracking software, problem tracking software only. If you look at this customer service, IT service, look at here, unable to access database. There's a problem, there's a description, there's a status, there is a history, there's a property, there's a priority, there is a status open. What exactly you saw in Bugasura? Problem, description, screenshots, status, activity, you will see in Fresh Desk also, because all problems across the industry are same. The same way they have to be tracked. So bug tracking or issue tracking, and if you want to say close the issue, this is done, solved. Close meaning fixed, done. Customer also agreed, right? So they started this is how they started. They started as customer support software. Okay. Then some companies call it as a ticket also. They call it as a ticket. Why is it called ticket? In India, when you don't wear helmet and then go by the bike and the policeman catches you, they will give a fine, right? Issue a fine slip. In the US, they call it as a ticket. That's a terminology. In India, we call it as a petrol bunk. In the US, they call it as gas station. Gas means gasoline, the other name of petrol. Here in India, we call it as accelerator. They call it as pedal. In India, we call it as a lift. In US, they call it as elevator. So the terminology, ticket is a US term. So, and internationally also many companies agreed because of the software spread. So it can be also called a problem report, is also known as a bug report, is also known as an issue report, is also known as ticket. But anywhere you see this, any bug tracking tool you see, okay, this is again, if you see the video of that, right? If you see the video of that, it is all exactly the same. This is called bug life cycle. I hope it is clear to you all, this concept, bug tracking or bug cycle. Is this clear? Good. Now, next week, tell all your friends from Monday onwards, we are going to start with test automation. Manually, I go here, okay. I create a material request. I manually click. I go to the screen. I select Chennai. I select this. I type. I do every single activity. I click. So my activities are clicks and types. Instead of me typing and clicking, I will have a robot to do the same action exactly like a human being. It is called a test automation. Next week onwards, it is going to be programming as well as testing. We will also learn Python. We will be introducing a tool called the Selenium. It will be extremely interesting. So tell all your friends who have not been attending the classes to start attending from Monday, because that will be very, very interesting in testing. Okay. With that, I will stop my screen share and I'll stop my recording also.